You know, deep in the heart of a fallen kingdom, buried for centuries, a treasure lay sleeping. But this isn't just a story about gold. It's the legend of Ayutthaya. It's a tale about incredible power, about breathtaking artistry, and about a faith so deep, so profound, it was trying to reach out and touch eternity itself. So let's dive in together and uncover this incredible story, a story of a treasure forged by faith.
So what happens when a kingdom's most guarded secret is blown wide open by a madman dancing in a marketplace? I mean, it sounds like something out of a movie, right? But our story, it doesn't start with kings or epic battles. It starts with a whisper, a strange, almost unbelievable rumor. Picture it. It's 1956. You're in a busy market in Ayutthaya, and you see a man just dancing like he's lost his mind. But in his hands, priceless gold artifacts just gleaming in the sun. It was this one single bizarre moment that would unravel a secret that had been kept hidden for hundreds and hundreds of years.
And that, right there, is where the legend of the Grutek, the breaking of the crypt, begins. It was this one shocking event happening in our own time that just blew the doors open to the past. It was like a window into another world, revealing a treasure that, honestly, was beyond anyone's wildest dreams.
And things moved fast, really fast. Those rumors in 1956, they led the authorities straight to the great stupa of Wat Ratchabarana. A year later, on September 25, 1957, after they caught some looters red-handed, the Fine Arts Department officially started digging. And what they found? Well, it was already stunning. But the real secret, the true heart of it all, was still hidden. Because just a few days later, on October 1st, they had a hunch there was more. The workers broke through the floor of the second chamber they'd found, and there it was, a third, deeper crypt, completely untouched. And inside were the most sacred, the most valuable treasures of all.
All right, so when this discovery was made, the sheer amount of gold just left everyone speechless. And it raised a huge question. How? I mean, how did this kingdom, a kingdom with no major gold mines to speak of, get so rich that they could just seal away a fortune like this for half a millennium?
Well, Ayutthaya's gold basically flowed in from three powerful streams. First, you had tribute. All the smaller states under its control had to pay up. Second, there were the spoils of war. Every time Ayutthaya won a battle, they'd acquire more wealth. But the biggest, most steady river of gold, that came from trade. You have to understand, Ayutthaya was a global crossroads, a true international hub. Merchants from Persia, Japan, the Malay Peninsula, they all came here, and they brought their gold with them.
And we're not just talking about local riches here. This was a worldwide reputation. Way back in the 17th century, a Dutch merchant, a guy named Joe Schuten, actually wrote that the king of Ayutthaya earned the title of one of the wealthiest kings in the Indies. Think about that. But what's so incredible is that this immense wealth wasn't just piled up in a vault. No, it was transformed. It was given a much, much higher purpose.
Yeah, this wealth wasn't just about showing off power. It became a kind of bridge, connecting the material might of a kingdom to the spiritual devotion of its people. I mean, think about the thousands of gilded Buddha images they found in that crypt. They weren't just art, they were prayers. Prayers that were painstakingly, meticulously hammered into physical form.
And they did this using this incredible technique called below. It's just remarkable. What they do is take a super thin sheet of gold or silver and then ever so carefully hammer and shape it over a core. And that core itself was special, made of things like resin, sacred pollens, and herbs. This wasn't a quick process. It was an art of pure patience and precision. And the result was something incredibly delicate, lightweight, and just exquisitely detailed.
So you have to ask yourself, right? Why choose this incredibly difficult, time-consuming method? Why not just cast a solid gold statue? Well, take a look at the difference. Sure, hammering uses less gold, but it takes way more time and skill. Casting, that's efficient. It's a production method. But the bukayu technique? That's an act of pure devotion. Every single strike of the hammer was a part of the offering, a testament to the artist's faith.
And that right there is the heart of this entire story. The key thing to understand is this. The choice was never about saving gold. It was about devotion. For them, the more effort, the more skill, the more time you poured into something, the more powerful the offering became. It was all about the depth of one's satata, one's faith.
And you know, these beautiful things weren't created to be put on display in a museum. That wasn't the point at all. They were prayers made real. They were offerings sealed away in the darkness, deep inside a sacred stupa, meant to last for an eternity. Just look at this incredible example of a Phra Butong, a gilded Buddha. You could almost feel the delicate skin of gold hugging the shape underneath. It wasn't just a statue, it was a vessel holding the sacred materials inside its core. And maybe more importantly, a vessel holding all the hopes and prayers of the person who created it.
And the amazing part is, we don't have to guess why they made them. They told us. They carved their intentions right onto the bases. This one here reads, "With faith created, may it be a factor for attaining nirvana." It's so direct, so clear, it's an explicit prayer, tying the physical act of making something beautiful to the highest spiritual goal, enlightenment.
So when you boil it down, why create thousands of these incredible offerings? Well, the reasons were deeply personal and deeply spiritual. For one, it was about keeping the Buddhist faith alive for future generations. It was also an act of love, a way to dedicate merit to ancestors, to family members who had passed away. And finally, on a very personal level, it was an offering. A hope that this profound act of devotion would help the creator themselves get one step closer to nirvana. So now, coming out of the darkness of that crypt and into the light of our world, this treasure has transformed once again. It's not just an offering for the afterlife anymore. It has become a legacy for the entire land, a real, tangible connection to the very soul of a kingdom.
And this is exactly how we connect with that past today. On the left, you see an ancient silver image. You can see how it's been worn down by centuries. But on the right, look at that, an archaeological drawing that brings every tiny, intricate detail back to life. These are the rongroi hengtan wela, the traces of time. And it's right here, in this amazing meeting of ancient faith and modern science, that we can finally read the stories they etched into the metal all those years ago.
The sheer scale of what was actually saved is just staggering. I mean, think about this number. 2,244. That's how many of these priceless items are now preserved and on display at the Chao Sampraya National Museum in Ayutthaya. And it's all thanks to the incredible work of conservationists and historians so that we, all of us, can see them today. So in the end, what's the real value of a treasure like this? Is it just the price of gold on the market? Of course not. There's a saying that goes, the value of an ancient object is inherent within itself. And that's so true here. Its real worth isn't in the metal. It's in the story it carries across time. It's in the faith of the hands that hammered it into shape, in the prayers that were whispered over it, and in the long, silent centuries it waited, just to share its golden legend with us.